This episode is sponsored by TornSports.com, and I've got a lovely pair of sliders here. Every footballer's dream. What else do they do, Lou?
They do grip socks, all heights. So,
nice.
they've got the ankle ones. And they actually do, I don't know, the footballers' trend these days is where they have the little cut in the back of their match day socks.
Yeah.
So they do them as well.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so they do plenty of different socks and obviously sliders. So.
That's sick. Yeah, these sliders are very nice. If you want to grab yourself anything, head over to TornSports.com and get yourself something nice.
Welcome back to Ball Talk with me, Lewis Bryon, and today I'm joined as always by St Albans striker Ken Charles and presenter Noah Jones. Boys, today we're going to be giving our opinions on some of the biggest and most controversial football statements, okay? And we'll have a little debate in between.
We will indeed.
So there's 4 options after each statement. Strongly disagree, agree, strongly agree.
There's levels.
There's levels,
okay,
yeah.
Fine.
Okay, so we've got a decent amount of options there. First statement. Lionel Messi is a better footballer than Cristiano Ronaldo.
I'm adding very strongly agree.
So strongly agree?
Yeah, 100%.
Disagree.
I'm strongly agree. Like you said, very strongly agree. And I can't actually work my brain around how you can go against it. I really can't.
Yeah, I look, Ronaldo's obviously quality. Obviously, right?
Yeah, but it's levels.
Yeah.
There's levels.
I think Ronaldo is closer to whoever's in third place than he is to Messi. I think Messi's that clear.
By a mile, yeah. I think he's like in a league of his own.
I think that's disrespectful to Ronaldo.
It's not though, because it's how good Messi is.
No, but during their era and their prime, everyone's like forgotten because Ronaldo's 40 now. So like the last 10 years have probably just been a different generation. Back in their primes, between the time he signed for Madrid in 2009 to the time he left 2018, they were neck and neck year on year.
Numbers they were, but
accolades they were, big games in terms of turning up and winning stuff for their clubs they were. That's why at one point it was 5-4 with the Ballon d'Ors, like it was neck and neck.
Yeah, but this is my opinion. I don't think Ronaldo should have got. He could maybe have got one of them Ballon d'Ors. I don't think he should have got the rest.
Right, which one should he have got?
The first one, when Messi was like 12.
So when he
2008,
when he
Messi
three-peats the Champions League, he shouldn't get a Ballon d'Or for any of
No,
those.
because it's the best footballer in the world, and Messi's better than Ronaldo. Listen, I don't, especially with the games.
It's the best footballer in that season.
Yeah.
So like you can't give it to you can't just keep giving it to Messi now.
But he never had a season where his football ability just dropped.
No, but you can say that for anyone. De Bruyne's football ability right now hasn't just gone. He's just not performing. We can't put him in the same category.
Yeah, but Messi never had
as Salah
a season
right
where he didn't perform.
He had subpar seasons where Barca won nothing. For Barcelona, them winning nothing is a subpar season where by Messi standards.
Yeah, but if you look at him, he'd still do the same things he'd do in the games. He would.
Big games, we didn't see him a lot of the time.
Oh my God!
Let me play devil's advocate.
Wait, can I just say one thing? Messi, right? There's never. I'm convinced the way football's going now.
Yep.
Like it's getting even more stats based. There will never, ever be another footballer like Messi ever again.
I agree.
There can definitely, possibly be another footballer like Ronaldo.
I don't agree.
Because what Ronaldo can do is like that's the way the game's going. It's all.
I agree
that
we'll never see a player like Messi. Never. He was different the way he played football. Ronaldo, you see lesser versions of him, but he's literally maxed out every possible attribute.
So you don't think someone can't do that in the future?
Like no one. You need so many things to go for. You need to be like genetically, he's got the right physique to be a physical presence on the pitch. That's one thing. You then need to couple that with the mentality to say, I'm going to fucking work hard every single day and max out everything. There's nothing he couldn't do.
Yeah,
left foot, right foot,
I agree.
headers,
I'm not saying Ronaldo's bad.
kicks,
I just think it can be replicated, whereas Messi's literally can't. It can't be replicated.
My difference with it is, like I said, Ronaldo's obviously world class, right? One of the best. Messi can effortlessly dribble through 6 players, right, and score. Ronaldo would be more jump really high. Or run really fast.
I think it's a little disrespectful.
This is where guys think of the last 5-10 years.
No, yeah.
Go watch him for United. Go watch him for those first 4 years.
Let's do it like this.
It was the same thing.
Hold up.
It's different, but it's still
like this.
Yeah.
Best passer in the world I've ever seen. Messi.
Yeah.
Best finisher in the world I've ever seen.
Ronaldo.
Messi.
Ronaldo.
Best dribbler. Ronaldo. Messi. Like
dribbler Messi. Yeah.
Messi can even defend. Like Messi has got everything. The smartest footballer. Messi.
I've never seen someone so small and so lightweight ride crunching tackles like he has in his career.
Yeah.
Like the only thing I'd say Ronaldo has over Messi is heading, and Messi still scored headers.
What, like 5?
No, he scored. Do you remember the one in the Champions League final?
Yeah, 1 of 5.
In the big game. Yeah, but what I'm saying is he had scored.
You said Messi scored headers as if it's like...
that's 5
Yeah,
plural.
he's got his...
Headers.
We're not going to sit here and say Messi's one of his attributes is headed, are we?
No, but what I'm saying is you wouldn't say like, oh, he's headed.
But then by the same argument, Ronaldo's got a lot of assists. So you can say his passing's really good. He's created like
his passing ain't good though. Like in it, like at that level.
But okay, this is
Messi could play number 4.
This is where Ronaldo gets disrespected. You know, he's got the most assists in Champions League history.
Yeah, I'm not doubting.
But you
stats.
just said his passing's not good. It's like you're not doing
Could
that
Ronaldo
without
play
assists.
number 4?
Inverted 6.
He couldn't play in midfield. Messi could literally play at every position on the pitch, probably bar centre back.
Yeah, the difference for me is
I'm not disrespecting Ronaldo. I'm just saying there's levels. Ronaldo is.
This is how I look at it. It sounds really weird. Ronaldo has always had to try. Messi does it effortlessly.
Yeah.
For sure.
That's like.
Or the looks anyway, because obviously Messi tries, but.
Yeah. And that is my massive difference. I think we're never going to agree on this.
Yeah.
that's for sure. There's always going to be an argument. Oh, but Messi just... I actually can't get bored. I still strongly agree.
Do you not think the way Ronaldo can carry a team is different?
No.
Messi never carried Barca.
Oh my...
No, he didn't. You can't say he carried... He was there.
Just get the ball and like run for everyone and score.
That doesn't mean he's carrying them. I mean, in a single game, he can like score a goal where he's beat 4 or 5 players, but he didn't take him out of those seasons where they had Xavi, Iniesta, Busquets, Dani Alves. They would have still won a lot of things.
A lot of games they wouldn't have done.
Are you not disrespecting Bale, Modric, Kroos, Benzema,
Casemiro?
By the time they three-peated, that Real Madrid squad was very good. At the start, it was nowhere near the Barca squad.
I think people don't think Messi carries because he might not score the last-minute winner and do like shoo at the end. Do you know what I mean? Whereas Messi can carry his team.
Is there a slight?
Hold up. He carried Argentina to a World Cup final.
What, with 5 penalties?
What, the whole tournament?
Yeah.
He carried the, regardless of how he scored the.
Don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to disrespect what he done in the World Cup was unreal. Like
he got into 2 finals.
Yeah.
What did Ronaldo do in that World Cup?
Ronaldo was on the bench.
Claimed that he scored when it touched the hair on his head.
I mean, it was 38-year-old Ronaldo, but like
36-year-old.
Well, there is definitely a slight like Ronaldo. No disrespect if you're watching Cristiano, is a bit of a knob.
But this is the thing.
I don't even find him a knob. That's the thing. Like,
okay.
I think with Messi, not many people dislike Messi as a person. Like they all appreciate him as a footballer, and then they have their opinions on who's better. With Ronaldo, you get half of people that just don't like his personality and his character and they use that against him when coming into these debates just because they don't like him. And then there's the other half, the people that actually do like his personality. But then there's obviously some that go too far and absolutely idolise him. So I wouldn't say. I mean,
no, it's only disagree, not strongly.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, fair.
But that goes into it for sure.
Yeah, that's fair. Messi's tattoos are terrible.
Yeah.
You've seen that leg tattoo?
He could do anything, that man.
Jesus. Yeah, true.
Yeah, I love him. Right, number 2. Arsenal are serial bottlers.
Should we caveat that we are 3 Arsenal fans?
Yeah, we are. Just first
of
all,
what are you saying?
I'm going to disagree, and I'll tell you why in a minute.
I'm going to disagree.
I'm going to disagree.
I'd probably go in the middle if there was a middle.
Yeah. I'm disagreeing because I don't think we're serial bottlers, but I do think we've bottled a few occasions.
I think we've bottled 1 title, the first one.
Yeah, what, in recent years?
In recent years.
Yeah.
And then
previous to that, we didn't even have.
Yeah, we were
maxing out.
You can't say bottling when a team's just nowhere near good enough to win.
Do you think we used to
anything.
bottle Champions League every time we'd go out every single knockout round?
I'm like early
2010s,
that sort of era. And it'd be like Bayern every year.
But would you call that bottling? Like we just weren't good enough to be Bayern.
Yeah.
I'd say we perhaps bottled the 2006 final.
Yeah, is it bottling or were we just not that good?
Well, but that's what I'm saying. There's a difference. 2006, I'd say we bottled that final. That was the year where we should have won the Champions League. Obviously, loads of things happened in that game, but we say you bottled that. Losing to Bayern, 5-1, 5-1 in 2 legs or whatever. That's not bottling.
I think a lot of it is where we'd be like dominating games for years.
Yeah.
Possession based, and then we'd lose to like Birmingham 2-1. Do you Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Back in the day,
and that's what them accumulate over time, and that's where people put in the word bottling.
I think that's the thing.
But it is this season. It's like, come on, Arsenal, man, like just help us out a bit.
Whatever we do, it is bottling, right? That's in the eyes of everyone else. If Liverpool go out of the Champions League to PSG, right, it's not bottling. They just lost to PSG.
Yeah.
If we go out to Real Madrid, we've bottled it again. Do you know what I mean? There's a thing with Arsenal.
It gets used a lot.
Yeah.
Like, I heard someone talking about bottling this season's Premier League, and it's like, Liverpool always clear of us.
Yeah.
So, like,
that's not
is it just because we didn't win?
Yeah.
It's just bottling. Like, bottling technically means you've gone very close, and then you just, at the final minute, you've messed up. We can't say that for this season. We just haven't been good enough. 2 seasons ago, when we was 6 or 7 points 100%. Clear, absolutely bottled that against Man City.
But the last season's a perfect example, right? Liverpool were leading for a lot of it.
Yeah, they were. And even at the end,
right to the end. Yeah, right to the last
They
few
didn't
games.
bottle it because no one expected them to win.
When
we lost to Aston Villa 1 game in the whole of 2024, whatever it was, that season, we bottled it.
Yeah, and they just go back to then Christmas where we lost to West Ham.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So we're going all slightly disagree there. Yeah.
Also slightly agree.
Yeah, depends what day it is.
Yeah.
Step up your game with Torn Sports. Our Torn Grip socks deliver ultimate grip, comfort and stability for explosive sprints and sharp turns. Pair with Torn sock sleeves, designed to enhance circulation and help reduce injury. For unmatched performance and style, choose Torn. Don't just play, dominate.
Number 3. Harry Kane is a better striker than Thierry Henry.
Refuse to talk about it. That's a stupid.
Strongly disagree.
Yeah, strongly disagree.
Very strongly.
That's no disrespect to Harry Kane at all, but nah.
But if you're going just devil's advocate, if you're going like out and out number 9, Henry did float about.
But that was just because he could influence the game by doing that. If you just asked him to play between 2 centre halves, he could. It was just you didn't want him to. Why would you want him to just occupy 2 centre halves when he can come and pick up the ball and beat?
I mean, Harry Kane picks up the ball. Do you think? Do you know what I mean? And he has played for Spurs. So do you think if he was to play in that Invincible squad, then it'd be a different question? It'd be a harder question.
I still think you're going based on all-round attributes, right? Harry Kane is one of the best finishers in the world. 100%. In the box, quality.
Great
but he's not picking up the ball on the halfway line and dribbling through the team again.
No.
Like Henry could.
Nah, the goal Henry scored against Spurs, Kane couldn't do that.
No way.
The goal he scored against Liverpool where he sent Carragher into his own centre-half, couldn't do that. So, I mean...
But then he's probably better than Henry. The only thing I'd say he's better at is dropping deep and sort of creating with passes.
I think he has...
Henry was very good at that as well.
Yeah, but he wouldn't get it on the... he wouldn't get it deep and then spray it, Henry.
But Henry didn't need to because he did it himself. That's my... He'd get the ball deep and he'd run through 4 players instead of... This is...
Yeah, they're different. I know what you're saying. Harry Kane's modern day as good as he gets.
But Thierry Henry is the best. Yeah. And the fact that everyone hates Arsenal and doesn't necessarily disagree with that statement tells you what you need to know.
Yeah, people would be lining up to disagree with that if it was any debate.
Yeah, 100%. Absolutely.
Okay, this is an interesting one. Man United is the biggest club in England. Because a lot of people say, world football, Real Madrid, Man United. But at what point does it stop going off past and go off like fairly recent? Like 10 years they've been shit.
I'd say agree, but they're on the edge now of that transforming. It can't go on forever. Like you can't just live off, the 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s. Like at one point you have to start competing again. And they've got a team in their own city that are head and shoulders above them right now, currently.
Yeah.
And for the last 10, 15 years. Liverpool, who are sort of get put neck and neck with them when we're talking about biggest clubs in England, have won things recently.
Yeah.
Won a Premier League, won a Champions League, about to do the Premier League again. So Liverpool kind of alive again. How long can United live off the past?
I'm going to go disagree.
Are you?
Because, again, I think the thing that holds United is that they've got such a big fan base everywhere. But
that's huge, though.
But like you said, Liverpool previously have won loads of trophies, like we're going back 20, 30 years. And they've also done it now. And they've maintained like that.
Are you saying Liverpool's the biggest then?
Yeah, at the moment, I'd probably say. I think you can't just keep, it has to at some point drop off. You can't just be because you're the biggest club 20 years ago or 10 years ago, you can't then just always be the biggest club.
I do know what you mean. My argument with that is that every top club in England for the past 20 years has flitted in and out of being the best, right? United have the history of being the best. So I agree that it can't last forever because if for the next 15 years they don't win anything, it's not going to be them. However, at the minute, I would agree with that.
The reason I struggle to say Liverpool is they did go 30 years without winning the Premier League.
Yeah, so
in recent history, do you know what I mean? So it's like in that time, United won so many.
They're just so
that's just bias, though.
They're just shit.
Yeah, no, that's not wrong.
The thing is, they're always going to be bigger than City. That's the fact because they're in the same city and they've accumulated so many fans now, which I think it will take long to filter them out and change them over.
Even that's not permanent, but yeah, it will take a long time.
It will take a lot of generations for a Man United family, let's say, to filter out and the kids of kids start supporting City.
I know what you mean. Are they able to get...
Because they got them all early on.
Are they able to come back?
Oh, yeah.
United? Yeah.
I mean, they've got the basis.
What, in terms of playing ability?
In terms of everything, really.
Yeah. No, of course. They've got everything else except for on the pitch stuff. Like, City would love to have Man United's fan base, Man United's history. They can't. They can't buy that. They can buy the squad, the players, etc. But, I mean, there was a goal the other day I saw. I can't remember what game it was, but Haaland scored a goal, penalty. Went off to celebrate, and then you just look at the stands. It was like
a couple of fist pumps. That was it, wasn't it?
Yeah,
it was
what?
weird.
Like, is this how you lot celebrate? Like, you can't buy that.
Like United dominate that city.
Yeah,
so their main challengers in recent years is Manchester City. Yeah. So it's like that's how they're going to beat.
All they have to do is just get the pitch stuff right, and they'll be back.
Yeah, and sort out the stadium.
That's it. They just have to be good again.
I mean, it can't be that hard. Like even like teams like Villa have been relegated in recent times, come back and then now better than them. Like everyone's seems to find a season where they can.
But the fact they're so big makes it harder, I think.
Makes it harder.
It does.
You get all the pundits talking about back in their day every time it goes wrong. So
bring back Ten Hag.
Okay, right, next one. England will win another World Cup. What are you saying?
Strongly agree.
I go agree.
Let
me change that. In the next 10 years.
Okay.
Even strongerly agree.
Could it be? Okay. I'll go agree still, yeah. Next 10 years, I'll go agree.
So that's basically 2 World Cups?
2, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just think, and I know people will go, yeah, but they haven't won anything yet.
I can't say disagree.
Man. Just look at the squad.
I can't say disagree, so I'm going to have to say agree. If there was something in the middle, I'd
Do you think, 2 World Cups though, it's like, well, I feel like we had our best squad we've ever had last year.
I disagree.
Really?
I think the best squad's coming.
With who?
There's a lot of talent.
What makes you think the best squad's coming? Just because the younger players will be more prime?
No, because so many more teams. I'm talking mainly English, because most of English players play in England.
Yeah.
So many more teams have become prevalent, which now puts players that you might not have looked at 2 years ago into the team.
In the hat, yeah.
You also look at youngsters.
Does that make it harder though? Because then it's like, who do we like? We were discussing off camera about Palmer and.
That's the conundrum you want.
Yeah.
Does that really change anything though?
I think it does.
Because I feel like when it comes to the big tournaments, everyone always ends up looking at the Arsenals, Chelseas, Cities, Liverpool, like those.
But
like,
and you want to start 11,
go,
man.
You want to start 11, and you don't necessarily go to Bournemouth and see that they're flying and they have really good English players, but you kind of don't turn to them.
I don't know though, because you look at the last tournament when we were playing Trippier left back and we were saying stop doing that. Konsa comes in once and was quality, and we were all asking him to play again. I think the depth is a massive thing in football.
Of course.
So obviously slightly less in international tournaments. But when you look at the amount, this is what I'm trying to say, the amount of good players we got. We don't just have a starting 11. I think, the bench isn't great if someone gets injured. We've now got the bench is quality. Wanyeri, Lewis Skelly, Miley, all the youngsters coming through are also a joke. If you look at the next 10 years, when you've still got Saka, Bellingham, Rice, Foden, Palmer, and now you add in, I'm being biased towards Arsenal, Wanyeri, Lewis Skelly, I think it just builds it.
I think the next World Cup's big because it'll be the last time you can take advantage of Harry Kane.
Do you take advantage of him?
And that obviously is still a debate depending on how he's doing. But like after Harry Kane,
Ollie Watkins.
But he's not.
That's probably next. He's not.
I don't mean that. I mean like age-wise, he's not exactly. Like he's in his prime.
Who have we got then?
Yeah, like all the players you just named, Saka, Foden, Palmer, they're just before their prime, coming into their primes.
Yeah.
As your strikers, your both options are in their primes now. You either take advantage of them now or what's coming next. I mean, there could be someone coming through.
Stick Bellingham up there.
False 9.
Yeah. But I just think the only I think it's great having so much talent, like top talent for your whole squad.
Mm-hmm.
But then it comes to the point where, right, one of them doesn't have a good game, and then that is more ammunition for outside media to get onto him saying you should have started him, and I feel like that brings the atmosphere.
I think that's only in England.
Yeah,
I think, yeah, and
English.
Yeah, and I think in general it doesn't, but for England it's not necessarily a good thing because all that competition just brings.
I'd anytime starting 11 and decent players to come off the bench.
Yeah, because every time, literally, I don't know, Foden has a bad game or Saka has a bad. It's like, well,
Palmer should have started.
Yeah, Palmer should have started, or let's play him, and then it just brings. It's so much outside noise for the manager. The manager's got to be. To be fair, having someone like Tuchel could help. I don't see him getting influenced by that.
Yeah,
I'm sure.
Be interesting.
I feel like Gareth Southgate would have probably been influenced by
because he's
outside noise. Yeah, that's basically the difference. Not because of his personality or anything, but he's literally English in and amongst all the noise. Tuchel will probably be better at saying.
He wants to please the fans.
Yeah,
fucking win then.
Exactly. I actually go a bit further on this statement. I think we'll win it 2026.
Really?
Yeah.
It's out in America, though.
Canada,
USA.
Do you know how hard it is to win a World Cup?
Personally, no. Not played in one.
He had to go there 2010.
Nah, but like literally, like you can look at the team and say they will probably be the best squad easily.
Yeah.
But then it's like, right, so you have to actually go and win that now. Like, so many things can go against you.
Yeah.
As we've seen.
That's why 10 years is like.
That's why 10 years I can say just about agree.
Yeah.
If you told me next World Cup.
Ever, then you'd be
like. Ever, I'd definitely say yeah.
Okay. Well, we'll leave it there.
You can't really say ever, can
We'll come back next year when we win the World Cup.
Yeah. Okay. Football is the biggest sport in the world.
Yeah,
strongly agree.
Strongly agree. Yeah.
I think it's the sport you see that, like, even in impoverished countries, like you see favelas in Brazil, and they're in the middle of these, like, they have no money and they've got a caged five-a-side football pitch in the middle of the favelas.
Yeah.
You don't get that with anything else.
Yeah, and I think even in the countries where football isn't the biggest sport, it's still big. Like I'm thinking like India, where probably cricket is the number one, but you still go over there and there'll be millions of kids playing football. Where, let's say, cricket, you won't get millions of Brazilians playing cricket. I don't think.
No, you are. That's the 100% true. When I went to Indonesia, right, you don't really think of them as a footballing nation. No disrespect to them. Yeah, mate, obsessed.
Yeah,
the local team shop is in the airport for the local team.
No way.
All the taxi drivers, all they talked about. They all know all the English players. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think it's without a shadow of a doubt.
Yeah, I think it's not a debate, really. Is it?
I think you can rule it. Like a lot of people might say. I reckon a lot of people would have said something like cricket, but we've sort of debunked that.
Cricket would be big because of India's population and stuff like that.
Yeah, and it's big in loads of. It's huge. Yeah. I reckon cricket's probably second biggest.
Yeah, potentially.
But then you get the Americans saying the American sports, but again, they're only in America.
Yeah. It's also I always find this funny. It's also the sport that if you're meeting, like if I'm meeting my partner's friend's boyfriend and I don't know him, I don't go like, "Who's your favourite pole vaulter?"
Yeah,
I say, "What for?" But
that's because we're in England, though.
Yeah, I know, but I think
I reckon there's a lot of that. That is in a lot of places.
Yeah,
in a lot of places.
But you could also say who's the most famous sports people in the world. Generally, first of all, it'd be like F1, basketball, football, like one of them three.
Yeah.
So Ronaldo, Lewis Hamilton, LeBron James. Mm-hmm. But out of them three sports, football's definitely the biggest. Yeah. America, basketball's. Is that a shout? Basketball?
I think basketball's a shout, but
I don't think it would come close to football.
It wouldn't come close to football. No. This is the thing. I don't actually think many sports will come close to football.
Yeah.
No.
Like, so it's actually hard to pick a second, and because it's hard to pick a second, that almost answers your question.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, very true.
Well, this is on that topic, really. Super Bowl is bigger than the Champions League. Strongly disagree.
Oh, the fact that you said
strongly disagree.
You discuss. Let me see if I can get some figures up.
So I'm pretty sure I can tell you the figures.
Okay.
So I'm pretty sure like
what does bigger mean?
I'm gonna like
more popular.
However you want to take it.
Okay.
But
cool.
For me, like I'm pretty sure I remember the viewing figures of the Super Bowl final compared to the Champions League final were like night and day. I'm pretty sure it was like took $250 million for Super Bowl or around there, and Champions League final had like over $1 billion.
Well, this is the thing, and I think when
people just like the halftime show,
anyway. 100%.
Yeah.
This is actually going to disrespect some Americans.
Good,
but I don't care. When they say like the Eagles are the best team in the world. They're the best team in America.
Yeah,
I'm not saying. You know what?
Like,
they're not the best team. They're probably not.
Doing what Noah Lyles did. Do you remember?
Yeah,
when he was
exactly.
like, world champion of what?
Yeah. You're American champion.
They call baseball like the world champions.
Yeah,
they're only playing in America. There's no other country that plays it in that
But
competition.
they obviously think their world revolves around them.
Yeah.
And that's where they're sort of living in a bubble. Like the Super Bowl's huge in America, and the way they market stuff in America is very good. They're very good at sort of broadcasting their own product and getting loads of attention around it. The halftime shows, all of this stuff makes it interesting. Like even if no one understands American football, everyone might have heard that Kendrick Lamar performed at the recent Super Bowl. But still, there's levels. Like I still think that's only maybe in England. Maybe parts of the Western world. Like if you go to parts of Africa, they're unaware of what's happening.
No, they know Cristiano Ronaldo.
But they know exactly who he is. When the Champions League final comes, they'll all find a way to watch that. So again, like,
and football is played in America, whereas American football, does it really get played here? Or
no, not really. So I mean,
before the name.
The Champions League. I think the Champions League is the product is the football and the game. We don't make a halftime show. We don't make
although it's
like
getting worse. It is getting worse in recent years. Like they're starting to do.
Yeah, they're starting to. Yeah, but I'm saying because of that, it doesn't
things.
necessarily make the noise the Super Bowl does. But if you just look at the figures, you can't compare it.
Facts. Yeah, I do love Super Bowl though.
So what was you saying? Both strongly disagree.
I'm going to disagree.
I would go disagree.
Okay. Right, West Ham versus Millwall is England's biggest rivalry.
Strongly disagree.
Really?
Yeah. They hardly ever play each other.
Yeah, but it's that makes it better.
When you say biggest,
do you know what I mean? Like,
it's the most violent.
Yeah. If we're saying violent, if you're saying violent, or if you're saying like they're the most hated fan bases.
Hated fan, rivalry is almost hated fan bases.
But I'm not saying, babe, we're not going out on Saturday. West Ham Millwall's on. Do you know what I mean? But I'm watching like Liverpool United.
I'm just talking like in the history of football overall. Like, what's the biggest?
What you mean.
You can take biggest however you want.
Yeah.
But so you're saying what?
I'm saying nah.
I'm saying
disagree.
Disagree.
Are you saying agree?
I'm going to go agree.
Really?
Yeah.
What, bigger than... So you're just thinking of the fighting?
No, I'm not. I'm really not.
Absolutely is.
But what's the right... So it depends how you're determining...
I'm putting everything into it. So the hatred...
So who would you say?
The quality of the football... In terms of...
Does the quality come up?
Of course. Like, if one team's playing in the Premier League all their life and Millwall's floating around the EFL...
Yeah, okay.
Like,
so
they're not even on levels.
It's not...
It's like the West Ham fans...
It's
like the West Ham fans that try and create a rivalry between us, between Arsenal and West Ham by saying Rice left West Ham to go to... Like, so, no, you didn't.
I don't think you both have to be really high quality. I just think you have to be even quality.
Bro, that Palace-Millwall derby
and they're not.
Was better than any West Ham-Millwall games for the past 5 years.
We don't see it anymore. But that makes it. It's like an old legend.
I get what you're getting at because there's like Green Street and that, and it's good and violent. But
there's just more history to it.
I think if the teams aren't level.
So who are you saying? You're not giving me any names.
I'm saying Merseyside's bigger.
Correct.
I'm saying United Liverpool's bigger.
Correct.
I'm saying North London's bigger.
Correct.
That's just quickly.
I'm saying West Brom Wolves might even be bigger.
No. So you're disrespecting this.
What did you say in football?
Yeah. In England.
In England. I was going to say Celtic Rangers is clear.
Yeah, Celtic Rangers is clear. I think that's clear.
That could be the biggest in the UK.
It might be one of the most...
What's the biggest in the world? El Clasico.
Yeah,
or like
have to say.
Boca Juniors River Plate.
Yeah, something like that. I'd go El Clasico.
If you're going like anticipation and tension, maybe, but it's just because they scrap.
That's just because they're going to fight.
The scrapping is dead.
Yeah, but you could say that if you take away the football. If you take away the quality of United and Liverpool, you say then it's...
because they're still scrapping as well.
Are they?
Yeah, maybe not.
It's the pundits that are scrapping on that one.
Good.
Okay. You might have swayed me. Okay, right, we've got one more. MLS will be a top 5 league in 10 years' time.
No, I mean, it's not. That league didn't start yesterday. If you said Saudi, there'd be more of a debate.
What are the top 5 leagues? Let's do that.
I'm saying strongly disagree.
Top 5 leagues are Prem, La Liga, Bundesliga,
Serie A and Liga 1.
Serie A and Liga 1, yeah.
Yeah, then no.
You don't think they could? No. I think in the next 10
let me
years
say disagree.
I'm going to go agree.
I can't say that they absolutely will not, because you never know, that would be silly. But I'm going to go disagree, just because they're not new. The MLS, David Beckham went to the MLS but you got whenever he went. Like, they've been pumping money into that league for years.
I think you've got to take the trajectory of other leagues in. Ligue 1 is going downhill, man.
I do agree, but
I don't think that'll be forever.
The thing with MLS is, which I quite like, but their spending caps and their wage caps mean that they can't have a whole team of like good players.
Yeah, but
so
can
it's
that
a
change?
retirement village at the minute for past stars.
Yeah.
And current stars, Messi.
Yeah, retirement MLS will not be a top five.
He actually loves Messi.
So what
I
you saying?
don't think it's bigger than Saudi, 100%.
No, it is bigger than Saudi.
It will always be.
But top 5 leagues, can it be in 10 years?
No,
Disagree?
No, disagree. Strongly disagree.
Strongly?
Retirement village, no way.
I'm going to disagree.
League shit,
I mean, I'm
man.
absolutely playing.
Yeah,
it,
but
fine for sure.
So poor.
if you're a young
They're
player,
still PSG. They're
No,
still
exactly.
Marseille. They're still Bordeaux.
it's currently
Don't
poor.
excite me at
But if
all.
you're a young player who's sort of, I don't know, come through the ranks at Arsenal, might not break into Arsenal's team, and you're looking at a pathway to come,
at the moment,
you're not going to the MLS. You're going to
but I'm
Ligue
talking 10
1.
years.
Okay.
That's why I'm not strongly.
You're agreeing.
Yeah.
Name 5 MLS teams. And debate done.
New York, something.
Yep. Cool.
Something.
Into Miami.
Yep.
LA.
Galaxy.
Yeah,
cool.
I was just naming the states.
He's still only got 3.
New Orleans. I was just naming states.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's my point.
But I probably could only name 5 Ligue 1 teams.
No.
No, you couldn't.
Go. Rattle them off.
So PSG, Marseille, Olympique Lyon.
Fuck. Bordeaux. Nantes,
Bordeaux.
Rennes,
Yeah, see, I know.
Lens.
Yeah, but they just won't come. They're not. I don't care about the league. Anyway, you got any more?
I'm going to throw one in, which we kind of touched on.
Okay.
England team.
Oh, right, yeah.
Right now, Foden does not get into the England team. What you
Strongly disagree.
What, starting 11?
saying? Yeah. He's in the bench warmer.
Actually, I'll go disagree.
Already coming up. Cheers.
I'm going to go agree, and it's no disrespect to Foden, but if we're just going to be real.
Come on.
No, because I'm not on your side. I still think he's the best talent we've got in England squad.
Agree.
But if you're picking a team let's say there was a tournament at the end of this summer, you'd have to pick off what's happening this season. And you can't just put everyone on the pitch. To be honest, now that I think about it, he might get in because Saka's injured. That's the only reason he could get in. Then and if it was picking now, you'd have to take that into account. But assuming Saka had the season he was on, the trajectory he was on, Palmer's probably your best bet as your attacking your 10.
Agree.
And I don't think Foden works well as a left winger. He said it himself. Do you know what I mean? This isn't me saying that. He said he didn't want to play left wing. I reckon players like Anthony Gordon give you a better option.
Yep.
Out on the left. So that's what I was about to say that, but I don't. I'm always backing Rashford, so I'm just going to stop mentioning him.
My issue with the Foden thing is like,
so where does he play?
He's not a left winger. Okay, we'll put Saka left wing back like we did, Jude on the wing, and Foden you play in the middle. Still did nothing. I am overhyping it and I'm disrespecting him. He's obviously quality. However, does sweet FA
I
for
just
England.
think
Always has done.
So where would you play him?
No, I said disagree because I'm like it depends on form.
So you're playing Foden over
But if you're
Gordon?
talking like their peak for peak.
Oh, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Agree.
We're not doing that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So that's why I wasn't.
If you're saying
strongly
peak for
disagree.
peak, then he
But
plays.
I
We
think
can go band for band. Go, brother.
But you'd still say you don't play.
I
if you're
think
going peak for
Foden
peak.
is.
On left wing, no way.
No, but like play for England. If
I
we're
think
just
there's a
going everyone
system
at their
where we
best.
can get
no.
Foden ticking. I think that we can find one,
But he's a
and it'll
system
be in the
player, and his system is Man City. That's it.
No, but I think he can play in multiple systems. I just think you have to find the.
When's he ever played well for England?
The only thing I'd say is with the you have a point there.
Him at
Southgate
his best, he's probably one of the best talents England's ever had.
England currently
For
had
Man City.
England in the last few years had maybe in terms of world class players, you had Harry Kane, and you had there's debates around whether Foden gets in those brackets and stuff. Southgate never found a system to get the best out of his top players. We've not had the best out of Harry Kane. He's smashed it for Spurs even when Spurs were terrible. He still performed. Goes by and seamlessly starts performing. So everywhere he's been, he's performed except England. I'd blame the manager who's creating the system. Why is it that it doesn't we don't get the best out of him there? You could say the same for Foden. Like as much as you can say City, this, that, and the other. Like you don't just break into City's team and keep playing for Pep's team without being unreal. Look what's happening to Grealish right now. Look how many players have sort of had a season or two at City and then come out of it because the levels are too high. Foden's always there. So he's a top player and there's no question about that. But with England, we didn't get him ticking.
For me, he's a luxury, right? If you're playing badly, he's not dragging you out of that.
No, he's not.
Saka, who is the main... I'm saying Saka because he's been the main argument, Foden versus Saka for the past years, is dragging Arsenal.
No, I
He's
get what you're
dragging
saying.
England. Bellingham scored a goal to get
Different
us through.
types of
Saka
players.
scored a goal to get us through. Palmer scored in the final. What did Foden do that whole tournament?
They're more. I get
Nothing.
it. They're more.
I'd still argue Palmer's
output.
a luxury player as well.
He's
He's similar
across-
bracket
he's
to Foden.
like in between Bellingham and Foden.
I can agree.
I
with
think
that.
Saka and Bellingham are a lot more like,
Yeah,
go
I
and
can
gets
agree.
tough.
Yeah, I don't
They
hate
can
that.
find you something. I think those two probably have personality traits that means
But in the 10,
when it's
are
going
you playing Foden or Palmer? Let's say
peak
it's
for
the 10.
peak.
We give
If we're going
Right
this
now.
season, Palmer.
Yeah,
if we're going
you have
peak
to.
for peak, I'm still going Foden.
No, go peak for peak.
Yeah, well,
No,
this
but
season
I'm just-
he gave both options.
Yeah,
Because
fine.
there's no tournament this summer. Tournament's next
I
summer, so
agree.
there's
There's an
time.
international friendly coming up soon, so let's see, eh?
Oh yeah, his first game for Tuchel.
Yeah.
Right, we'll finish off with the world class or not. Yeah.
Okay, so I want to list 12 players,
Yeah.
and you're going to give me yes or no, whether they are
Ooh.
world class or not.
Okay.
Currently, world class. Not historically, not in the future, now.
What about the last 18 months?
Just however you take currently.
Because I don't know who's coming up, but like, let's say someone says De Bruyne.
Maybe I will. Maybe you have to decide. Kenny.
Okay.
Number 1, world class or not? Declan Rice.
Yes.
Sorry if you're watching this, Declan.
How are we defining world class?
No, yes or no.
Yeah. There's no.
Let the comments decide that.
However you want to decide.
Yes.
Nice. Johnny Stones.
Yes.
Yes.
No, you love him. Odegaard.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh. Saka.
Yes.
Yeah.
Rudiger.
No.
No.
Wow. Kante.
No.
Not now. No.
Not now.
Disrespect. Palmer.
No.
Yes.
Okay. Gabriel Magalhaes.
No.
No.
That was too quick for an Arsenal fan. Paul Pogba.
No.
Now, no.
Bellingham.
Never no.
Wow.
He was definitely world class at one point. Bellingham.
Yes,
Yeah.
Bellingham.
Yes.
Cristiano Ronaldo.
No.
No.
Yes, we got it to say it.
Last one. Lionel Messi.
Yes.
You see, this is
He is world class.
this is how you know you're a fango and I'm not. Because I looked at that and said, yeah, no, right now he's not. It's not world. Ronaldo's
Hand
not
on
world
heart,
class.
I think Messi's still world class. Hand on heart.
You know, like Christian Benteke is outscoring him in the MLS.
Yeah, but I don't.
Benteke.
No. You have to be like. We can talk about when we had the
I don't
debate
care
about their primes.
stats, man.
No,
I'm
but you
looking
have
at how
to.
he plays football.
You have to.
The things
How can
he
you not
does.
look at his stats?
Go on, Ken, tell us.
He's in the MLS, bro. If he was in La Liga and you say someone's like, yeah, cool. He's in the MLS, bro. You should be able to
Benteke's
outscore
a player.
Benteke.
Benteke's a player. I've seen it firsthand. Great player.
I just want to finish this just to get the comments rolled up. You said Odegaard was world class and Palmer wasn't, correct?
I said both are world class.
Ken?
Ken said Odegaard.
I said Odegaard and Palmer. I think Palmer within the next year, I'll definitely say world class. World class, you can't just come in and be world class after one good season. That's the only reason I've said that. He's playing at a world class level right now. No doubt about that. This season, he's playing at a world class level. That doesn't make you world class.
Yeah, because
the same reason I
you could score a
thought.
world class goal like once in your life.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
then
It's the
you're not
same
world-class.
reason I fought hard about the Rice thing. It's like, okay, I can't include his West Ham career in that. I'm thinking
He's border, I think, Rice.
I think he's the border. I think for his position, he'd be top 3 in the world probably. But that's why I asked, what makes you world class? I don't know.
Yeah.
World class kind of means any era as well.
Well, Ken, the comments will tell you.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't really care what the comments have to say. Like,
I do, so bring them.